Welcome to Commander Pop Culture, a place to gather magical information with some laughs, might I add. Hello everyone, welcome. I'm going to be playing Commander Mustard, the best condiment for dogs of war. My hand's not the best, so we're going to mulligan. I mulligan, got a plains, and a Boros Signet again. We're gonna go one more time. Come on, 2 lands, minimally, please. We're gonna keep going until I get something that's playable, I guess. I don't need 4 lands, so we'll give up Needle Verge Pathway. Guess we'll play like that. Play with a little bit of a handicap here. This might be a bad matchup for me because Toxrill at the beginning of each end step puts a slime counter on everything, and then they get -1/-1 stats. And I'm a creature-based deck.
Shit. Talk about your all-time backfires.
So that sounds absolutely horrible. And since I mulliganed down to 5 in a budget deck, it doesn't feel too good. Deck price on Moto is $30. So I'm going to have a little bit of inconsistencies, and I'm not exactly in the best colors for card advantage. Obelisk of Erd isn't bad. I'd prefer to see that a little bit later. I think I want lands or rocks. My odds of drawing more lands are pretty good. The other players playing Kami and Araumi the Dead Tide. The Kami player will help me out a bunch, but unfortunately he helps everybody out, so not ideal. Could help me dig myself out of this hole. Right. That can pretty much kill everything that I have at my disposal. Who doesn't care? Is everyone besides me? Kami has a 1/3 stat block. Stitcher Supplier, he doesn't care if that dies. Don't want to be seeing that. A big expensive stuff. It sucks that this is eating up my timer, even though I yielded. Yeah, this will be a really hard matchup for me. I think I played this guy previously with my Kylox deck, and that might be a little bitter. But then again, I'm the only one open, so maybe it's not personal. Knight's Future ain't bad. Hey, Veteran Armorsmith helps me deal with this problem quite nicely. Now my stats are different, so it can't be just killed by this thing. Sucks I missed a land drop. If I hit a land drop, I would have played Precinct Captain as well. Oh god. Just all drawing cards. You know, we got a straight up G on our hands when he plays this main phase 1. Could have played it flash speed and denied everybody card draw, so you'd have the first dibs. But he wants to play main phase, so we all get the love. Sack a creature unless we discard a card. Well, since I could cast Ignite the Future from my graveyard, get rid of that. Player on the right's pretty scary. They don't have a big creature to cheat out of their graveyard yet with Araumi, but they do have a Fleshbag Marauder. That could be pretty annoying to deal with. Target themselves, looking for better things. Another sack piece. Grimgrin. That's pretty scary. This player on the right might have like the perfect setup. They got an Alter Dementia and they're milling themselves too. Turn 4, they have 20 cards in their graveyard. Play the more expensive thing for now. Attack the guy milling themselves for a bunch. 2 damage doesn't mean much right now. Oh god, this guy also has an Undead Alchemist. Also mill people for a bunch of cards. I got a land to throw away now, since we're drawing 3 cards a turn. I guess the mono blue player that's playing Hugs is a complete nightmare for this control player in the middle. He can't keep up with the amount of things being played, probably. I might have faced this deck in the past. You don't see Araumi that often, but this feels vaguely similar to another experience I've had. They got best opening hand, they milled half their library, and then animated Grey Merchant and killed us all. So maybe that's what he's looking for. The odds are good that he's going to find it, because he's drawing 3 cards a turn, milling more based on the creature packages he's running. Encores any of these things. Armored Scab, for instance, it may look unassuming, being a 1/4 common, but he will mill 15 just off of 1 Encore ability. Skull Clamp, draw 2. Oh god, this is looking horrible. The only one pressuring him, and I'm not exactly doing that well. That's such a bad start. City on Fire is a nice draw to close things out. Just gotta get there. Keep hitting the guy that's seen half his deck on turn 5. I might have went for a greedy play. I should have maybe went for Rip Apart instead and blown up Skull Clamp or the Alter Dementia. By how far behind we are to this compared to this guy that I didn't even give it a second thought. Mill 10. I have a pretty sweet next turn. Can make some bodies and place City on Fire main phase 2 because everything will have vigilance. It's gonna suck as his Toxrill will come down next turn. and he'll shrink my board down 2 whole power and reduce my chances of killing the right player. Yeah, Lightning Greaves. Awesome. Mana War can bounce 3 things. He's got a litany of things to choose from in his graveyard. Maybe it doesn't matter what the middle player does based on this guy's graveyard he has set up. Well, Rip Apart will be a Lightning Greaves target, so untap 6 lands here. So it makes 3 Cloud Fairies. Just going through the Mad Mage dungeon. Reminds me of Delicious in a Dungeon on Netflix. I'm really liking that anime a lot. The anime and the dungeon itself is heavily influenced by that story of D&D. So you'll have 4 bodies. Gotta keep praying they don't find Grey Merchant. And then he sacks all these altar. His graveyard's so big, it's kind of hard for me to even tell what's going on. He might die at a time. He's got so many triggers and things to do. He's had 7 minutes and 30 seconds on his clock. That's a good thing, I guess. Because he's gonna probably play Toxrill next turn, I think Obelisk is better here, and I'll Rip Apart. At least if I take away the Lightning Greaves, the other players will have a chance to interact with them. It'd be better if he blocks my commander and the precinct captain. I'll get my 1/1. This Toxrill is gonna make things so much harder than it has to be. Since he's at such a low life, I do triple damage now, but he shrinks my board so much, he basically undoes my Obelisk of Erd. Necro Duality makes copies of zombies. The non-token should enter. It doesn't work with the Encore thing because they're token copies, but on the front end, it will copy zombies. I'm pretty sure he's got a bunch. Hopefully it's not Grey Merchant, because that would count. Damn it. He's gonna tap my stuff down. It means less for me to commit to killing the middle player. He does have a short timer, so maybe I dedicate to beating on the middle player exclusively. I'm gonna ask him to tap the commander down for me. I tapped my precinct captain. Damn it. If he tapped his commander down, I could have one-shot him. Now he gets more blockers. Damn it, this really sucks. Wear and Tear does not help. 5 more mana? I think I need to conserve my mana. It's like a good crux to my strategy. It's combat. It's a lot of creatures. Yeah, there's gonna be a domino effect here. Pretty slick. Zombies are free. I think that's what he pulled out with the completion of the Mad Mage. And his timer's out, so that guy's done. Luckily, we missed an end step. Artifact Disenchantment. Since I don't want to commit any creatures to the board, I might as well just draw some cards, see what happens. Ooh, Chroma's Vision, that would have been nice. That'll do 12 damage to the player on the left because of my city on fire. Press OK, and I pass priority, and it's still eating away clock time. I don't know why it does that. Like right here, why is my clock getting eaten up? Well, if he can't mill him out here, I don't suspect he'll survive. It's a lot of slugs, because he could just indefinitely block me. He'll probably save me for last, and I'll just hang out. I'll just surrender, because there's no way I can get around all of this. I've yielded, and it's still going. Unfortunately, Chroma does not have a soldier creature type, but that's definitely one of my top-end finishers. It's all coming at me, I guess. I was thinking he was going to go at the left player. He has a better chance at beating him than I do. My commander costs 7. I only have 9 mana, so I could play Baird plus my commander, and that's it. Play Mentor of the Meek instead. I guess my City on Fire would have still been pretty good. I would have got in for a good chunk of damage. The Sphinx's Tutelage might be pretty good. I haven't seen a single blue card from this person, so he might get multiple hits off with that. Keeps hitting lands, unfortunately. I think he needs a pairing. Keeps hitting a land plus something else and dodging the repeat effect of Sphinx's Tutelage. But he does have a lot of mana, and he's got 10 cards in hand. Maybe he'll hit a big draw spell. This thing's still in play, so he can kill any of my creatures whenever he feels like it. Yeah, sure. Just sucks. He's got so many tools to pick me apart. It costs 3 more because of defense grid. I'm gonna keep trying. It's gonna keep forcing it. It's targeting me. I wonder why the sudden change in target. Maybe he's got a big draw spell in his hand. I do have some life in me here. It's coming down to the wire for all 3 of us. We're all under 5 minutes here. Commander now has to attack this guy over here. We're gonna lead off with Defiler and start cheating some stuff in by getting rid of white pips. We're paying 2 life into it. Hopefully I get enough dudes in play to answer this stuff. Blade Historian's nice. I don't really care. Just need to go to combat. This is lethal for both. I doubt he would let this connect with all this mana and 10 cards in hand though. Damn it. Yeah, I think I've lost at least 5 minutes of time just from passing priority. My yield's not doing it fast enough. Hopefully you can just draw enough spells. I don't have the time to do this. unfortunately, and I'm pretty sure there's no chance in hell that I would be able to answer either of these decks. They're both really well suited for an aggro strategy. Could have all the time in the world, probably it wouldn't matter. What? I guess I'm done. I don't understand what the deal was there. Like, I still have time on my clock and I still foregoed the game, and then with every revolution, it didn't matter that I had yields on, I was still losing time with every action of the game too.
Windows 98! Get Bill Gates in here!
Mine's aglow. This might be enough. He's got 30 seconds left. He's got to click faster, and then he's got to beat all these Sphinx's tutelages on the stack. He only has 15 cards left. Yeah, that's done. He mills them for 22. I guess once you're out of the game, you can't chat anymore. I was going to say good game, but it was a close one. Even in my worst matchup, I think the ace that my commander enables was actually pretty helpful for playing against these control decks. So this is my list. It's just a sweet soldier list. Take advantage of stuff like City on Fire and Obelisk Avert, because as Convoke, you should make a lot of bodies off of your creatures. Things I heard on Reddit when I was doing the deck build video is that I don't have enough creatures, but everything puts a token into play. So it may have a 23 count in there, but it's much higher in reality. As you could see that game, I didn't have any problem with getting a wide board into play despite the control player shenanigans going on. I think if you have a reasonable matchup that's not like what I had to deal with, you'll perform quite well. This is a budget list. Everything is around $5 or less. I think this deck in paper comes to be close to $100, and the Tix price I played on Moto, this is like a $25 deck. If you liked what you saw and you stuck around this long, subscribe. I'm going to be doing a lot more gameplay and a lot more deck building because I just finished the spoilers of Outlaws of Thunder Junction, and there's a lot of stuff in that set I really like, and I'm quite excited to show you all what I could come up with. So everyone take care now. Bye then.